Hello fellow traders, Philip Tiger from Stock Market Strategy, bringing our first video in the day trading strategy video series. This is the first day trading strategy we're going to bring, and it's the Bollinger Band squeeze. But before you watch this one, you have to watch the prior video. You have to watch them so you know how to use these day trading strategy ideas for inspiration, how to combine them with your own ideas, so you trade something you believe in and it suits your personality. Also, watch the previous video so you know how to safeguard yourself going forward, of how to use a simulator, how to go in with minimum position. Be smart about it and protect your capital. The Bollinger Band squeeze have 4 components in it, and we will break these components down into, the first would be the Bollinger Band and the Bollinger Band width. You can see here that the Bollinger Bands have contracted here and here. We can also see the Bollinger Band with a relative flat, but it's not necessarily important to be flat, but just a low reading, and you can see it has a low reading compared to, for example, this one. So it kind of say the same, the Bollinger Bands contracted and the low Bollinger Band with reading says the same, that the bands are squeezed, decreased volatility, predicting an increase in volatility. So these two things more or less say the same, but they complement each other. It's just for easier reading that I have both of them in. The Bollinger Band %B is a bit different. It measures where the price are in relation to the bands. Here you can see that we have a reading above the midpoint, meaning that the price are staying closer to the upper band than the lower band. When this reading is below, it says that the price are closer to the lower band than the upper band. So it's telling us where price are in relation to the bands. So when price are above here, it's showing bullishness. Why? Because price are closer to the upper band. That's momentum to the upside. The last component in this trading strategy is the volume. The volume, we want to see a volume increase on the breakout or the breakdown. But now I'll give you an overview of how to trade this, listed what you need to look at. First is that you need to look for the Bollinger Bands, that they're contracted. They tell you that there might be a breakout coming up. There might be an increase in volatility. The bandwidth during the squeeze is the same, but I have both in just to make it easier for me to see a historical value. I can see that this squeeze is quite, the Bollinger Bands are tight compared to previous readings, because I can see that the line is downsloping, for example, the bandwidth. Then I want the %B to be above 50 before the breakout. It shows me that last bit of momentum before the breakout, that the momentum is to the upside. The price has stayed closer to the upper band than the lower band, indicating aggressive bias. Price are no longer coming down. People are buying, they don't let it come down. They're aggressive, they're afraid to miss out. Then you want to see the volume increase, and of course breaking the resistance. And here for a short setup is that the same, the bands are contracted, the bandwidth is showing the squeeze, but we want the %B to be below the midpoint. It shows that the sellers are aggressive. They're not letting it come up to the upper band anymore because they're afraid to miss out, so they shorten every small reaction there is, and price stays at the lower band showing weakness. And this is the weakness we want to see before the breakdown. Then we want to see the volume increase as well, and we want to see breaking support. For the exit, for a long position, we wanted to, not necessarily wanted, but when it's pulling away from the upper band, then you want to take some profit. Your initial stop is below the base of the breakout, and you have a hard trailing stop at 20 MA. For the short setup, also pulling away, but from the lower band instead. And your initial stop is above the breakdown base, and a hard trading stop, the 20 MA. Let me show you some charts. You can see this, how it will look. Here is FSLR. We have a downtrend already, and we're seeing this squeeze. The bandwidth is showing the squeeze because it has a low reading. We are seeing the %B is below the midpoint, showing that price has been staying relative closer to the lower band, showing weakness already, showing weakness before the breakdown. Then our entry is when it breaks that support here, and we're also seeing a volume increase. Then you place your stop above that high, which is resistance now because it's the high of day. Then your exit is when it starts pulling away from the lower Bollinger Band. You want to get out with some of your positions now because you're using the initial thrust down, the initial momentum to the downside to make some money. When that momentum dries up a bit, you want to exit some of your shares to make sure you book some nice profit. Second is that your exit is when it closes above that 20 MA. That's your last hard trailing stop. And then you're finally out of the trade. Another example here is Maxim. It's a long trade instead. We have bandwidth showing a squeeze. We're seeing a low reading. We're seeing that the %B is above the midpoint, telling us that price has been closer to the upper band than the lower band, telling us that buyers are aggressive. It's showing that momentum prior to the breakout. The entry is when it takes out that little resistance there, and we get a volume increase. The volume increase is kind of confirming the move. Then we place our stop below that little base there. We can see, 6-7 bars in a row. That's a nice place to place your stop. Your exit here is when it starts pulling away from the MA. We're trading sideways away, not the MA, pulling away from the upper band. It's moving sideways away from the upper band. And your final exit here is when it closes below the moving average. You can increase the edge of this system. You have the first one is the basic. That's what I've told you now. But you can increase your odds by trading with the trend. So we have an initial downtrend, and we then have a breakdown of the Bollinger Band squeeze. That's with the trend. You can increase your odds even more by going with the basic setup, with the trend, and it's the first Bollinger Band squeeze in that trend, the first successful Bollinger Band squeeze. You know that the longer the trend has been, the closer we are to the end. So by taking the first setup, you have a higher odds of success. So these are ways you can increase the odds of success for trading this strategy. Another thing is that you wait for the right market conditions. That is clean price charts, for example. Another thing could be don't trade around holidays like Christmas where the volume is lower. You don't trade around Fed announcement or other major news. And so on. So try to locate the right market conditions to increase the odds of success. Before ending this video, I just want to show you what a price charts that are not clean and you should avoid. Here is a chart of Linta. You can see how price are spiking up and down and not really respecting any MAs, any price swing highs. You can just see that it's one of those you want to stay out of. It's just not clean. You can see we have sharp move here and down again. Here we got a big bar up and down. It's just not clean price action. So try to pinpoint the right market conditions for your trading. It's not only the system itself that makes you money. it's also being able to spot the right market conditions. So you should practice on that. This ends this Bollinger Band Squeeze day trading strategy video. Have a good day.